Makes Gomez at your service alongside Zamboanga. He was such a steady presence on both ends of the floor. A new role of Kit for Gensan.
I think that's a good step in terms of his evolution sa kanyang karera. You know, star players, I believe, and a lot of other players, a lot of other former players would also say the same, that you can't be anointed a star player as long as you don't have a defensive
in the season. Later on, Iloilo will defend its home court against Manila. John Wilson misses. Forward pass. Mahari. Touchdown. Yes.
Yeah, that's one thing he did so well against Muntinlupa. That to shackle Val Acuña against the Cagers. And also, he got points. That was a bonus para sa Zamboanga. 10 points in 15 minutes.
Three-pointer here for John Wilson on the other end. That's definitely a good catch. In and out. Cruz steals the ball back. Great patience. Wilson, Rodriguez. There's the chemistry between those two players.
It doesn't mean when John Wilson
now. JC, Marcelino, lefty layup. No basket. Battle for the ball. And ends up with Gensan. Wilson looking ahead. Nice behind the back. Three-pointer. No good. Kit Jimenez on the follow.
We keep talking about evolution here, and we saw initially the improved ball handling of John Wilson. Hindi natin nakikita yun dati, yung mga behind the back na yan. And there you see Kit Jimenez working hard on the glass. Nobody boxing him out for that stick back.
It's now 10-3. There's the answer from JV Marcelino.
Makes them faster, and I think Coach Rich Alvarez, he really wants more pace from this Gensan team. He knows that he has very capable post players in Larry Rodriguez, Jervy Cruz is there, but he wants to make use of the loaded guard lineup that he has in a scorer like John.
Cross in the drive, he's blocked. Great defense by Gabayni. Kabila, Damon Lasco, he loves that.
Good decision right there by Judel Fuentes to push it forward to Dave. Too many right there para kay Judel Fuentes as he tried to set up Adi Santos anew again. Tried to go for that Pinoy step. Unfortunately, he took one extra step.
We go back with Nico Elorde, 13-7. 2.5 minutes in the opening frame. Bounce pass inside. Christian Pajarito in trouble. On the pink Pasaglam. Taking the feed. Jervy Cruz converts.
First appearance here.
There was no foul. There are 2 minutes here. Elorde to Jervy. A bit longer this time around. No basket. Recovery though for Ping.
Not a lot of communication.
Mark Cruz. The shooting guard was Nico Elorde. The 3 was Masaglang, was it?
Yeah.
The 4 was Enzo Hosson. Imagine that. The San Juan Knights a couple of weeks ago. Before that, it was a big-time winning streak for them. Steal and the layup for Masaglang.
I think Zamboanga, they're too complacent right Paranaque. Constantly, they let these two squads stay in the game. And that's why, nung dulo, minala sila. But it was a different case against Muntinlupa because umpisa pa lang nagtatrabaho na sila.
More from the Zamboanga. By our head of basketball operations, Emer Oreta. Judel Fuentes, the bounce to Maiquez, who converts.
That's more Zamboanga basketball right there. Break
3 to Zamboanga. Jervy Cruz, one-hander, he gets the bounce.
Now you see Jervy Cruz is not just all about mid-range jumpers. He too can score with a hook shot. That time creating separation with that contact. But Chris Dumapic doing the same this time with a drop step near the paint.
A part of the game of Chris Dumapic because he does seal a lot inside. And so you can assume, or is it easy to assume that
he was with his University of Batangas players for a ball game, and when I asked him about this, wala naman daw conflict para sa kanya na he's coaching a collegiate team at the same time a pro team. Dahil from his perspective, hindi naman daw mahirap i-coach ang Zamboanga because they are...
The Muntinlupa Cagers only 11 out of 18. And these are shots that they have to capitalize on, especially with shot makers like Fuentes and the Marcelino twins in their roster.
Kabila, John Wilson, zigzagging. There's the kick out, Jimenez. Great patience by Kit. Last year, he would have shot that ball already. Another kick out, Larry Rodriguez. That's good. see better execution.
It's the same thing para sa akin. Zamboanga hasn't really been exploring all the possible options, except at certain points during the game like that, and also kind of defense at all. Aside from the fact they're allowing offensive rebounds, they're letting
Wilson of this gym. Of course, that was spearheaded by Yusek Jesri Palmares. These two are the two most recent season MVPs of the MPBL as Ping Masaglang converts on the mid-range. Mahari trying to seal. Nice defense by Nico Elorde. Tosi Tancinco, he scores inside.
not usually the area where he stays on the low block and managing to kiss it off the glass.
And he does have the mismatch against John Wilson in terms of height. Feed by Elorde to Ping Masaglang. We have one last shot. Forward pass, Mark Cruz. That's a good look. John Wilson, too strong. But Gensan.
Love that if you're Coach Rich Alvarez, because it shows that your team is showing good team spirit.
And now we lead you into a video, a tourism video for Iloilo. Watch this, folks. Let's see, he's shooting 0 out of 3 from the field, 0 out of 2 from the stripe. And he will begin the third quarter off the bench alongside his twin. It's Nico Elorde who gives us the first basket of the second half.
Interesting, in this last year, winning the Mythical 5, playing for San Juan, he was coming off a lot of screens, catching and shooting, as you saw what Cyrus Tabi did there.
Balik tayo sa Gensan. Ping Masaglang on the pull-up. He gets the bounce.
He continues to lead this Warriors team.
During halftime. Kung ano nga ba yung sakit nila, no? And they did explain to me na nagkahawaan sila dahil roommates sila. So they had fever yesterday, but now they're okay. Just a bit better.
Games para sa Gensan. And that's with players like Jervy Cruz and Larry Rodriguez in tow para sa kanila.
There's Jervy.
Coach Arnold Contorno, leave him on the floor and get him back inside for the end of this game.
No stop right there for Zamboanga. 2 points for the third frame. Adi Santos to JC Marcelino. To Del Fuentes. That's a good look. 3-pointer.
You see the difference in this game alone. When Jodel Fuentes is coming off screens, it's almost always a made basket. But when he's forced to make decisions on ball screen actions, usually it turns out into a miss or a
1 out of 5 from the stripe. 54-47. Mark Cruz. 2 points for him. Rebound, Jervy Cruz. Ball thrown away. And this might be the one that can get the MVP going. Si Larry ang pumalit sa kanya. Rodriguez is being joined by Christian Farito, John Wilson, Ping Masaglang, and Nico Elorde. Tough shot, but that goes in for John Wilson.
quarter, so that is his first of the second half.
The first field goal at least. His first 2 field goals happened in the first couple of possessions in this ball game as JV Marcelino scores inside. Block story, 5-2. Christian Farito against Adi Santos. 3 on the shot clock. Christian spins and scores.
Because he has that height.
4, Masaglang went down. Jodel misfires. Ball tapped. Signature, Ping Masaglang. Counter turnover, JV Marcelino. No foul there. The throw ended up in the hands of Adi Santos with that basket. So tired that he has to rest. It's a 4-on-5 situation, but Mark Cruz still scores.
And yet, because
Company. Jervy Cruz up top, met by Dumapig. Faking right, 2 dribbles, pull up is good.
that's classic Jervy Cruz. And you saw Coach Rich Alvarez telling him, diba, diba?
12 points now with 6 rebounds for Jervy Cruz in this game. Dumapig able to score again. John Wilson, no basket. Rebound Mark Cruz and he scores.
Just at the right place.
On to Dexter Marquez. Now the ball is with Jodel. Fuentes going right. Nice feed to Chris Dumapig.
This is Disciplinados early this year. This is his season high, 15 points in the game para kay Chris Dumapig.
How about Kit Jimenez? Gensan is holding on to its 6-point lead. Dumapig to Fuentes. Feed inside. Chris Dumapig scores. Jerby Cruz, John Wilson with Mark Cruz and Nico Elorde on the floor. Turnover. Great defense again by Mahari. JC, feed, Dumapig on the finish. He hasn't been scoring much as last game, but boy, his impact against John Wilson has been very well felt. The lead has been cut down to 2 points. Zamboanga has it led. Cruz, Christian Pajarito, and John Wilson join Kit Jimenez and Nico Elorde. Oh, there's the escape for Kit Jimenez. It's basket and one, but Kit seems to have gotten hurt. He's holding on to his left knee, and he does have a history of injuries on his knees.
Let's look at that again. Marcelino trying to overplay Jimenez on the initial attack as he went to go for the basketball for a possible handoff by Christian Pajarito. But he decided to go backdoor, which left him wide open. That was too late of a recovery from Chris Dumapig. It was quite a fall on the left knee of Kit Jimenez. I hope it's just a hyperextension at best.
Natin na sasalo ng impact mo doon ay ang tuhod mo. So Kit Jimenez had to be subbed out. It's Chris Masaglang who will shoot the bonus free throw. They will have ball possession. But folks, especially for the Kit Jimenez fans, he is fine. He was able to walk. That's already a big sign for you. 73-69, 29 seconds remaining here. Sideline inbound for Nico Elorde.
Zamboanga has to foul here. Not yet in the penalty.
Elorde. Playing defense is Judel Fuentes. Nico, double team, almost a steal. There it is. JV Marcelino on the clear out. And it's done naturally at that. So balik tayo with 13 seconds to go. Gensan without any timeouts remaining. Oh, that's a steal. Counter steal, scramble. John Wilson has the leather. There you see the scramble. Absolute chaos on the floor. John Wilson was double teamed by virtually the same person in JV and JC Marcelino. And then John Mahari was there to help out. The initial call was it was off of Mahari, and the referees will continue.
It was so much different after the end of the first half, where it was Zamboanga who was actually leading that department 9-2, and Gensan converting that into 10 turnover points.
Now Coach Rich has put in their ultimate small lineup. 5 guards to take good care of the leather. Wilson to try to escape. There's the last foul for JC Marcelino. 8 timeouts remaining. Wilson. And he was fouled with 1 second remaining. Numbers. First one is good. Bertrand missed this on purpose. Yes, there you go. That's the ball game. And so, what a comeback that was from the Zamboanga Families brand Sardines. They trailed by as many as 20 points. They only lose by 3, even with the struggle of JC Marcelino and with Chris Dumapig.
First of all, congratulations. Although